Trump's barrage of executive orders continue to stir trouble globally. One in particular has worsened ties with South Africa over the latter's sweeping land reforms. South Africa's civil rights organizations Afriforum, Solidarity Union and Orania Movement, all pro-white Afrikaner groups, have declined President Donald Trump's offer for refuge in the United States of America. In a joint media briefing on Saturday, Afriforum and the trade union Solidarity said white Afrikaners are going nowhere and the Afrikaner future lies in Africa, especially in South Africa. This comes after Donald Trump signed an executive order on Friday freezing all aid to South Africa over land exploration. That is land expropriation. The U.S. president slammed the change in legislation as discrimination against Afrikaner. The executive order accuses South African government of seizing property from white landowners and called for their resettlement as refugees in the U.S. Responding to the executive order, South African government slammed Washington for being engaged in a, quote, campaign of misinformation and propaganda. The statement from the country's foreign ministry said that it is ironic that the executive order makes provision for refugee status in the U.S. for a group in South Africa that remains amongst the most economically privileged. While on the other hand, vulnerable people in the U.S. from other parts of the world are being deported and denied asylum despite real hardship. Our correspondent Kalden Ongmu reports from Johannesburg.
Diplomatic tensions between South Africa and US are at an all-time high. During the weekend, a white lobby group said no thank you to Trump for his invite, but they did acknowledge his speedy intervention and concern for them. The group has been accused of spreading false narrative about South Africa. Some experts watching the development unfold between the two nations say the tensions have primarily been fueled by Pretoria seemingly strengthening ties with its BRICS partners like China, Russia and Iran, and less about South Africa's land laws. Washington has also accused Pretoria of taking aggressive position towards the US and its allies, including accusing Israel of genocide at the ICJ. Business groups does seem worried about what the future holds for both the countries. According to the most recent US government data, United States allocated nearly $440 million in assistance to South Africa in 2023. Trump's temporary freeze on funding for the US president's emergency plan for AIDS relief, PEPFAR, contributes 17% towards South Africa's HIV response, which amounts to about $400 million, which could severely affect the country's healthcare system and its economy. This is Kalden Ongmu from Johannesburg, South Africa. For WION, World is One.